And welcome back to another episode of Second Draft Cinema, the real-time movie podcast of the ages. For the
Of the ages. Of the ages, for the ages, by the ages.
But we're not ageist.
Ageless, yes, but we're not ageist. No, we accept all ages across the board.
Salma Hayek
Except
is still gorgeous.
I was going to say we accept all ages for every movie, except certain movies. There are some movies we're going to do where we will be ageist.
True. My name is Matt. As always, that's Rich. And
As always. I mean, unless you're planning to change your name.
True. It is true. But we are continuing our Bondathon, specifically the Pierce Brosnan Bondathon.
Which is in the Bond circle fandom. It's known as the Brosnascence. It is, because these movies, like, everyone's going, yeah, Brosnan put out really good movies. The Bond community is loving his movies nowadays.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's like, at the time, he was revered and everyone loved him. Then post Pierce, probably honestly is because of Die Another Day. Die Another Day kind of tarnished the legacy. But
yes, it did.
Then Daniel Craig came in, and now all of a sudden Pierce isn't good enough anymore. And I'm like, whoa.
It's because Casino Royale was such a good first movie. Everyone, oh, that's cool. And then Skyfall, which everyone can't go. Skyfall is the best Bond movie ever made, it's that thing of, like I've said multiple times, it's the dark chocolate and white chocolate with Bond stuff.
Yeah.
And honestly, with going from Die Another Day, which that's goofy as hell. That movie is goofy as hell.
Yeah. To
the seriousness, to the grittiness, to the realism of Daniel Craig's era. Of course, everyone's going to go, yeah, Brosnan's movie sucked.
Well, plus Die Another Day was early 2000s, right?
Yes.
Yeah, early 2000s was a really, really weird time for film. That's when you started getting more hell-bent on CGI. And more hell-bent on CGI. But more hell-bent on CGI just because it was new and exciting, not because it was better.
Well, okay, so this movie came out in 2002. So, that's the era of The Matrix. That's the era of The Rock in bad CG from Mummy Returns.
2001.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. That's when you're getting things like Underworld. You're getting all these movies, the Star Wars prequels. You're getting all these movies that are becoming
Underworld
more and more.
Was mostly practical, but yeah.
Yeah, but some, the werewolf stuff. But is that case of more and more CG? But the big problem with Die Another Day was it comes down to a couple of things. It's partly the director Lee Tamahori. It's the same reason why Mark Foster, who did Quantum of Solace, wrong choice. Both these guys are small drama filmmakers, not action, not bonding.
And that vibe was very, very different from the first three Pierce Bonds. Just that opening sequence with the torture scene within. That's within the song, right? The torture.
Yeah.
It's so different.
It's two different movies. As I said, once you get to Cuba and the introduction of Halle Berry and all the genetic stuff, it becomes a very much like a Roger Moore kind of movie. Whereas the first half with the, with Korea and everything, and it's almost like a revenge mission for Bond.
It's more Timothy Dalton.
That's more GoldenEye era. That's GoldenEye,
which is essentially Timothy Dalton light.
Yeah, it is.
So
it's two movies battling each other. You got the wrong director, and also Pierce. Nowadays, he says that he's very proud of the work they made on the work he did in that movie. But bring up the CG water surfing with the iceberg, and watch him tear into it. There were some mistakes.
What was it? The airship at the end too.
Yeah. And they were trying to set it up so that they could do a spin-off with Halle Berry's character.
See, Halle Berry was the flavor of the month and that's why she was brought in for that.
Well, you think about it, that you know, Swordfish.
Well, yeah. But and then Catwoman.
See, Swordfish was 2001.
Yeah, but Catwoman was what, a couple years after this, or a couple years after Die Another Day.
Okay, so you had X-Men in 2000, Swordfish, Monsters Ball, where she won the Oscar, Die Another Day.
Oh, no, she had a good run. She had a good run, but she was...
Okay, so X-Men 2, Gothica, that psychological thriller one with her and Robert Downey Jr., and 2004, Catwoman.
Yeah, I think... She kind of proved that she is a really good co-star / ensemble.
Yeah, she is not.
Yeah,
she's not lead.
No.
And I mean, like in John Wick Chapter 3, she's in it for the Casablanca sequence, where she gets to do this great long action sequence with 2 Belgian Malinois. And she trained 6 months and all that, and they were hoping that the fans would love her character so much they could do a spin-off. That's that Lionsgate. That's the studio hoping for that. It never happened. Instead, we get the
we get Ballerina, which probably did worse than what Halle Berry could have done.
Well, I watched Ballerina, and honestly,
Ballerina was an utter bomb, from what I understand.
What happened with Ballerina was this. Shay Hatton wrote Ballerina as a spec action script. And on that script alone, he got the job of writing with Zack Snyder on Army of the Dead. He got the job of writing John Wick Chapter 2, 3, 4. And they were going, oh, we want to expand the universe. And he said, oh, the script that got me all the jobs, Ballerina. And they went, oh, we can take it. We can shoehorn in all the stuff for the John Wick universe. The problem is, what was that? Yeah, it's a mistake. Yeah, and here's the thing, though. I think I said it to you. I've seen this movie already with Zoe Saldana, written by Luc Besson in 2010, called Colombiana, which, way better action movie. It's got Lenny, what is his name? Lenny James is in it from Walking Dead. It's a Luc Besson movie. Great action and all that, some silly scenes, but I'm watching Ballerina going, I've seen this movie. I saw this movie done better.
Unfortunately.
I will give Ballerina one thing. It does have a flamethrower shootout. So you get Ballerina and one of the villains pick up flamethrowers and have a shootout with flamethrowers, which I did have to email in. Yeah, okay, that's cool.
I mean, it's a flamethrower, but
it wasn't cool enough. It didn't save the movie.
No, and Halle didn't save Die Another Day. But the one thing that didn't need saving was Tomorrow Never Dies.
Yes, that's right. The movie we're watching today. And for those who have never seen an episode before, they're just tuning in. This is your first time. What's going to happen is the whole idea of our show is we're going to watch the movie and talk through the movie, and you're going to watch it at the same time. So we do throw up a 3, 2, 1 play. You push play when that happens. And then it's like we're at home with you, talking through the movie, annoying the crap out of you, annoying the crap out of each other, having a drink, having some laughs.
Yep. That's the whole idea. We've done the whole movie like background review.
We've done the proper movie podcast.
Yeah, we have, and they're everywhere. And I kind of liked the idea of almost like a at-home Mystery Science Theater type of thing, where you have like commentary.
We just need the robots.
Yeah, we just need the robots. And we need the movies that go into public domain in order to show them. But which this is not. So yeah, unfortunately, because of copyrights, we can't show you the physical movie. But the whole idea is, pick up a copy on your own, grab a drink, make some popcorn, and then we will signal you with a countdown when to hit play at home, and then we'll hit play here, and we'll be all synced up. We always do the theatrical cuts, so there's no confusion. Even though there are some movies where the extendeds are better, the whole idea is we don't want there to be the wrong download from the wrong this, the wrong that. It's very easy to just do the theatrical cut because that's what we would have all seen in theaters anyways. So,
and when we get to Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit movies, I'm going to be so glad we're doing theatrical.
Yeah, that is just for time. That is just for time. But yeah, so this is Tomorrow Never Dies, and it has just another over the top Bondian opener that is just so good, and I can't wait to watch it again. But in fact, it's probably
this is your favorite, Piers. This is your favorite Bond movie. Full stop.
No, GoldenEye is definitely my favorite. This has
Really?
my favorite card chase. No, GoldenEye is definitely my favorite. Tomorrow Never Dies is close, though. It is close.
This is a great action movie.
This is a phenomenal action movie. And like GoldenEye, because of the success of GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies got a stellar cast. They got a really good cast. So you could see like in GoldenEye, the cast was a little more reserved, a little more unknown, but they pulled out the stops for this movie. And of course,
but also keep in mind that like most of the cast in Tomorrow Never Dies still relatively unknown.
No, well, okay, to like blockbusters, yes, but
that's the thing.
Like the film industry, no, they're all veterans.
But yes, but keep in mind, like
Terry Hatcher was Lois Lane at this point.
I know,
she was.
But but think about this. Okay, but Michelle Yeoh
is a legend, just not in the U.S. market.
That's the thing. Look at it not from
that's
Hollywood.
What I mean. I knew her because I was watching all of those movies.
Yeah,
I was watching.
But look at it from just a regular Joe Blow. Right? Look at it from the regular film goer. They go and go, okay, who the hell is Jonathan Pryce?
Yeah.
Yes, everyone knows who Terry Hatcher is because Lois and Clark. But then all the others, you go, who's Michelle Yeoh? If you're not a martial art movie fan, you don't know who she is.
Yeah.
You know, so you can't go, oh yeah, they're big stars to Hollywood. Michelle Yeoh was not a big Hollywood star.
No, not yet.
This was supposed to be part of her breaking into big Hollywood stardom.
Yeah, and I think the big break she would have had was what? Crouching Tiger?
Crouching Tiger. Yeah, that was Crouching Tiger.
Crouching Tiger.
Yeah.
And then more recently it was
Everything
Everywhere
all at once. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I haven't seen. And honestly,
then before, was she in that Crazy Rich Asians thing?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
I think she was. But
yes, she was. And, you know, she's in Wicked.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, Memoirs of a Geisha. But, I mean, like, Tomorrow Never Dies was 97. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragons, 2000.
Gotcha.
So, okay. I mean, and between, you know, yeah, actually, this is her film debut, her Hollywood debut.
Yeah, everything else was probably overseas. She did a lot of kung fu stuff. She did stuff with Jackie Chan. She did stuff with everybody. Yeah.
Beforehand, and then, you know, like wasn't until
and this is Michelle Yeoh in her prime, so she's a fireball.
Yeah. All right, so shall we get the movie going?
Yes, go ahead and hit that play button, and let's enjoy Tomorrow Never Dies. Yeah, I love this. Like you were saying before, this opener is just it's so good.
It is a good opener, but I do prefer the opener for World Is Not Enough.
Yeah, that's
like The World Is Not Enough and GoldenEye. Their openers tie directly into the story. This does not.
I guess it would because of the
because Ricky Jay's character. Yeah, that's the only reason.
Climate and the climate of everything, because it's the selling of the weapons and all that stuff, and the encoder that we find out is very important.
But it's not as close knit tie to the main plot.
Yeah,
like it's just a MacGuffin.
Yeah, this is just very Bond. How it starts with like the tech, and then I always liked him a lot.
Colin Salmon, yeah, he's a good actor.
He's got that voice. Got that great voice.
He's really good in Nobody with Bob Odenkirk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he plays a character called the Barber who he just gives information, and it's fantastic. And he was also good in Resident Evil 1.
Yeah, until he got cut into a million pieces.
Yeah, but he's a good actor. Every time he pops up, I'm like, yep.
Oops.
That's right. He's also in Aliens vs. Predator.
That's the one that's underground, right? The hunting.
Aliens vs. Predator. That's when the group of people go to, I think it's Antarctica.
Yeah. And the laser bores a hole down to the pyramid.
The temple, yeah. Yeah, the temple, yep.
Yeah. That's when we find out that the predators used to hunt the aliens for sport.
Yeah.
For like rituals. And then what's her name is the only survivor, I think, in that, if I'm getting the movie correct.
No idea. I haven't seen that movie in forever.
Yeah. I like how he's arguing with him, but we haven't seen Bond yet.
Yeah.
I love how he gives the Russian general a zinger. We have an election in Moscow.
Yeah.
But the little zinger. And the answer is no. Yeah, it's the thing. Where they are, they're out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, but all that plutonium going off, people will take notice.
Yeah, everything will be destroyed at least.
Well, it's on the this is on the Russian border, so we don't know what country it's on the border with, though.
True. True. We know it's not Yugoslavia. It was a USSR Cold War joke. No. I like how he just fighting his way through. No, he's just yeeting grenades from the cockpit of a fighter jet.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not saying anything. I'm tickled. He accidentally drops the bomb right under him. It just goes clunk. He's like, uh-oh.
That's in the Naked Gun version of this movie.
Yep.
What is that? Spy Hard.
Spy Hard, yeah. Plain chicken. Who did this soundtrack?
This is the first David Arnold one.
Okay. I was about to say, yeah, this is very classic.
So David Arnold did from here up until Skyfall. So Skyfall was Thomas Newman.
Okay. I was about to say, this is very Bond.
Yeah. Oh, no, David Arnold got Bond, the sound of Bond, perfect.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if that would actually detonate the plane, but it's still very funny.
Yes, it would. If movies teach anything, that will happen.
A meat missile will make an airplane explode.
Well, think about it. It's going up through the bottom, so it's probably severing fuel lines. There's electrical. There are sparks.
Yeah, I'm sure there. I could see it like shutting down and falling from the sky, but I don't know about.
You got to have it explode.
I guess. Plus, I don't think a human body would penetrate the hull of an aircraft, if I had to guess.
Well, not with that attitude.
And this is Gwen Stefani, right?
No, this is Sheryl Crow.
Oh, Sheryl Crow, that's right.
Yeah, I have to admit, this is not one. This is not one of the better.
No.
Bond movies. Sorry, Bond songs.
Yeah, songs.
Especially once you had Tina Turner with that, Golden Eye, and then you go to this, which just
But again, that song just confuses me because of all of the extenuating circumstances within that movie. And then you get U2, Tina Turner, but it's not like a boppy, fast-paced Tina Turner that we would think.
It's still a good song.
No, I know. It's just that's like the perfect start for that movie, because that movie has so many amazing things, but it also has so many oddball like quirks.
But see, because here this happened with this movie. Originally, it was Katie Lang was going to wrote the theme song, and they didn't like it, so they brought in Sheryl Crow to do her own song. And everyone says Katie Lang's song was way better. I've heard both; they're both mediocre. But granted, I'm not a Katie Lang fan either.
Yeah, that wouldn't have gone like not that it is like the end all be all, but I can't imagine Katie Lang singing this would have done anything for the market.
Oh, no, Katie Lang had a completely different song.
Not just Katie Lang in general.
It's still not the worst. It's still not the worst Bond opening of all time. That's Madonna's "Die Another Day."
Yeah, that's about. Yeah, that one sucks. That's why that doesn't sound like Sheryl Crow, because Sheryl Crow doesn't sing in that register very much. Let that high like strain. Yeah. That's why my brain went to Gwen Stefani, because it sounds more like her.
Yeah, no, it's Cheryl,
because that's where Stefani sings in. That is that higher register. But yeah,
but Gwen Stefani wasn't as big when this movie came.
That would have just been No Doubt. No Doubt wasn't international.
And if they would have had No Doubt do the song, they wanted her. I love it because we're going to get a very early screen appearance from Gerard Butler coming up.
Oh yeah,
in a blink and you miss it.
And he's it's like Seaman number 3 or like whatever his title is.
Yeoman,
yeah, crewman, yeah.
No, the you said Eamon, it's Yeoman. That's the way it's pronounced.
Oh, okay.
And it is a blinking you miss it cameo,
especially since he's not bearded.
Yeah,
like he doesn't have the grizzle, and he's like what, like 20
something. Yeah,
he's a baby in this.
You could use this plot with the encoder and everything nowadays and actually be quite relevant.
Oh yeah, 100%. And instead of a stealth boat, it would be maybe like a drones or something. It would be So he's hijacking the government satellite. It's an American satellite. Interesting that it's an American satellite and it's a British whatever ship it is.
It's a British ship.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like a frigate or a battleship or whatever.
Battleship.
Might be, yeah. Stomper.
He was a good.
Yeah, he's
good henchman. So you don't get henchmen like him. You didn't get henchmen like him in the Craig ones.
No. You got a lot of good ones in the Roger Moore days, though, because they went ham with the henchmen.
Yeah,
because you had Jaws, and then you had what's his name? It's from For Your Eyes Only. He was a great henchman. For Your Eyes Only. Is that the one I'm thinking of? In the Snow. Yeah, For Your Eyes Only. He was very good.
Don't talk to me about Roger Moore Bond movies. I can't help it. Yes, I'm a snob when it comes to the Bonds.
I mean, Jaws is probably Jaws.
I know he's one
or
Odd Job. Jaws and Odd Job are the ones that they always go on about.
Yeah. Odd Job was Dr. No, right?
No, Goldfinger.
I don't know why I can never remember Goldfinger. Like, a lot of the cool things in that movie are from Goldfinger, and I never guessed Goldfinger. It's like, Like, well, yeah, the drill is useless until the room floods. So,
Yeah.
but the water pressure is going to be so high that room's going to flood instantly. Here comes Gerard. He's right there.
There he is.
There he is.
There he is.
With that
Baby
Scottish
face.
accent.
Baby face, unintelligible voice.
And he's blurred out.
Always love it. You know, one of those, what was it? Wired most ask internet questions. Where, you know, they get an actor and it's like they get the board with the most asked questions from the internet. And there was Gerard Butler, and it's usually it's like, what, why, where? And it's why Gerard Butler makes so many bad movies. He sees it and goes, because they pay.
I mean, yeah. I didn't know Stampa had a pet bird.
Oh, you can hear the budgies.
Yeah, I'm complaining about the bird, but I was trying to do it indirectly.
The dog food. I hang on. I can cover them, and they can think it's nighttime.
Gotcha.
Hang on. If it's that big a problem.
The sailors. Yeah, so Jonathan Pryce's intro is amazing. Such a great intro for the villain. With that shot on the eyes with the reflection.
Yeah. That's the thing. The Pierce movies had style.
Yep.
Daniel Craig's did not.
Nope. And up until Die Another Day, the three, we'll just call them, you know, the three Bond movies, had one after the other amazing villains.
Yeah.
Really good bad guys, not just main villain, just really good casted bad guys. And like we said, the B characters are amazing in all the movies too. The sidekicks. We were talking about that in GoldenEye, how the sidekicks are like the best parts of the movie.
Yeah. And that's the thing. When you get to The World Is Not Enough, they did the best thing ever by bringing back Tchaikovsky.
Yeah. And then you had what's his name? The guy we were talking about earlier. He's back.
Oh, Colin Salmon.
Colin Salmon, yeah. He's back. He plays a little bit bigger of a role in that movie.
And he's also in Die Another Day.
Yeah, no, he is. I just, we just don't talk about it.
But see, this movie also did one of the best things later on, and they brought back Jack Wade.
Yes.
We needed more of him.
Yeah, he needed to be, it would have been cool for him to be in the next two, but neither one of them had anything really to do with the U.S.
No, because Halle Berry's character is CIA.
Oh, yeah. She's CIA, that's right. And then Cuba and stuff, yeah.
So yes, they could have. Instead of having Michael Madsen be her handler, they could have had him.
Yeah. But World Is Not Enough. I mean, I know it's CIA and they're global, but that would have been
Die Another Day?
Yeah. No, World Is Not Enough. It would have been a little harder to get him into there because he's not in that.
No.
Because that movie doesn't have anything to do with America at all.
But neither did GoldenEye. He was just the contact in Russia. So you could have him be the contact.
Well, that's what I mean. Because CIA is global, you could figure it out.
But, yeah, that's the thing. You could have him be the contact in instead of Tchaikovsky, you could have had Jack Wade be the contact in Istanbul, not Constantinople.
Mm-hmm.
Or he could have been the contact in that little tin pot country that she's building the pipeline through.
Oh yeah, the first time we meet Christmas.
No, the first time we meet Sophie Marceau.
Oh, you're talking like the little village. Got you. Like that.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you could have her have him be like, just give him a small a little scene. Everyone goes, hey.
Yeah.
I love the fact that at the time they're like, "Yep, this is the best. This is the most current villain ever." Rupert Murdoch, media mogul, James Packer and all that. Nowadays, it would be an Elon Musk or it'd be a Jeff Bezos.
It would probably be a TikTok influencer
controlled by someone like Bezos or.
What if it's a TikTok influencer, but it's a modern Marilyn Manson or Charles Manson?
You mean
Chuck.
What if it was TikTok?
It's a cult.
No. What if it was TikTok, but AI? TikTok itself is the villain. But see, problem is TikTok is China, so you're making China the villain.
I was about to say, so it's just China.
Yeah.
It's a great scene. And then in the beginning of Goldmember, they did a play on this in Austin Powers with him in college when he was a kid. Or he was I don't know, maybe not in college. It may have been.
All I really remember from Goldmember was the opening with the fake movie. Tom Cruise,
was a great opener.
Kevin Spacey, and
Tom Cruise.
Danny DeVito. Yeah, and Danny DeVito as Mini-Me.
Yeah, that was a great.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey as Dr. Evil.
Yeah, that bed sheet is perfectly placed on her backside.
See, that's a lost art of sheet styling.
Yeah, framing.
You really don't get movies like this anymore.
No, not at all. They want to be
Innuendo 1.
They made her in this one. They made her look older, but not just because of her clothing.
Who?
Like Moneypenny. Remember, we were talking about it in Goldeneye.
Yeah.
That she's a lot younger than you think she is. The
actress. To me, here she looks more her age.
Yeah,
not by much though.
No, she looked older in Goldeneye, but that was because of
the
hair, and
dress.
Wardrobe. This she just looks. She looks older because it's not as forced.
Yeah,
it's like that weird.
Well,
they tried to make her look older in the first movie, but she ended up looking younger. It was just like it was one of those weird forced, like she just doesn't look right. Like in this one, everything looks the part. I know it's thought provoking right there.
Just when you say things like that and the way you talk makes me tired all over. It must be an American way of thinking and talking. Wrong.
I got a bug in here. Go away.
See, nowadays you actually could go with, say, a media mogul, someone like what's his name, Elon Musk, Bezos, and that. But it's all the deep fake stuff.
Yeah, and you create a global panic with some sort of deep fake situation with obviously a politician and yada yada.
The president of the United States and the premier of Russia found in bed in was it Flagrante Grande?
Oh,
that's the deep fake.
With
the U.S. president getting a good look at the Kremlin.
with Zelensky.
Those red domes.
Zelensky dressed as a French maid. I mean,
yeah, everyone's getting a good look at the red domes.
Yeah, red domes. And,
I'm done.
Putin's getting a good look at the Washington Monument.
I always liked it. I was watching a Family Guy. They go to DC, and they go, "Oh, there's the Washington Monument, and there it is." And they go, "And there's the Obama Monument," and it's the same thing, but it's like 20 times the size in black.
Yeah. Stupid bug. Reminder.
No, she didn't say it like a Russian oligarch.
Yes. It's no picnic. This was a good reintroduction for Q.
Spoilers for those who haven't seen this movie.
It's just shows up. It's
well, no, he's booked in and everything. So
no, Q.
Oh, yeah.
He just stands. He's like appears like a freaking ghost. It was such a good edit, and he's already done with him. He's like, "I'm a beautiful new car." He's already warning him. He reminds me of the knight from Last Crusade.
Different actor.
No, I know. I mean, they could reuse that joke in a new Bond because of all the robot girlfriends.
No. GPS.
No, it's like, oh, I think we've met. It's like, oh, I bet you have. I know. I know this movie so well. I'm already laughing at things that happen later.
Yeah.
So when you first saw this, what was your reaction to this being Bond's car? Just a basic ass BMW.
Now, keep in mind, I hadn't seen the DB5. So I didn't know.
The classic. I'm just talking Bond cars of Bond cars. It's just and it's a boring BMW.
Yeah, and that's the point, though. Instead of being this niche thing, he's supposed to be, like your typical banker. So a banker's going to drive that kind of car. This is the one time. But this is the one time. But this is the one time the car matches the cover, whereas every other time it's the DB5 or it's a Lamborghini or it's a Lotus Esprit.
There were a few Porsches too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Jags and all that. So also, I think at the time Aston Martin didn't have a car out, and BMW I think won the bid for the product placement.
Probably. At least it could have been something like a Mercedes.
But keep in mind, they do destroy the car, so you're not going to destroy a really nice car.
Well, they destroy all the cars. They're just props.
No, they don't.
A lot of the cars they are destroyed.
But for the way that usually when they get destroyed in other movies, it's the villains destroying it, not Bond sacrificing it.
It's true. It's true. I love Michelle Yeoh. As you know very well.
Yes.
It's honestly because it's so cliche.
She's no Terry Hatcher.
Oh, Terry Hatcher, yeah. No, but it's the cliche little Asian woman that can kick everyone's ass. It's like she's attractive, but that
this
makes
is the first time we got that in a Hollywood movie.
Yeah, but it's also like there's something about the persona that makes her even more attractive than just the way she looks. Like I love. It's also, I guess, the era, because now when you get the little girl beating up big men, it's just kind of
not a surprise.
Well, it's also kind of just more ridiculous because of I'm guessing, I mean, you might know this better than me. Is it just the fight choreography just sucks now?
No, it's not that it sucks. Okay,
because like the fight scenes, it's like I'm just kind of like, come on, really? But back here, I was like, oh, cool,
Okay, so what it was is what's happened is this: back in the 90s and early 2000s, there were all these different fight choreographers. Okay, you had Nick Gillard, who did the fight choreography for the Star Wars prequels. You had the guys, you had the Wachowskis, you had Tarantino bringing Chinese and Japanese.
Ray Park was a part of the. Didn't he do some other stuff more than just Darth Maul?
Well, yeah, he played Toad in the first X-Men movie, but he's
a martial artist. Star Wars, wasn't he more involved than he was? Oh, okay, than just a stunt actor. He was.
Yeah, he was just small. You had them bringing over the Chinese and Japanese guys for doing things like Kill Bill, doing things like The Matrix. You had all these different guys being the choreographers. You had guys being.
You had Jackie Chan's action team.
Yeah, but what I mean is, kung fu stuff. You had specific guys doing specific things. Like Nick Gillard, he was sword fighting. Like Bob Anderson, who did the choreography for Lord of the Rings.
What's his name? The guy that did Saving Private Ryan. He did. He did a few movies like that. He was amazing.
That's the thing. You had guys with specific skill sets coming in to choreograph specific kinds of fighting. Nowadays, 9 times out of 10, your fight choreography is being done by 87 North, which is Chad Stahelski and David Letch's fight choreography company. And the problem is, if you got one person doing it for everyone,
it's vanilla.
It's going to look the same.
Yeah, you're going to be reusing.
Which it's not a. I'm not saying they do bad work. They do some amazing choreography, but you don't get specific things. They do all of it. Mm-hmm. So you don't get people like Nick Gillard. You don't get those who come in and say, okay, you want a gunfight? I'm a gunfight. You got Taran Tactical, who train. They only train you, though. They don't do the choreography.
No, they don't do the actual film choreography.
And that's the thing. So we are getting a homogenized stunt world.
Okay.
That's the problem. It's not that it's lame. It's not that it's boring. It's just the fact that it's the one company basically doing all of it. And after a while, you start to lose, you go, okay, well, we've done this already. We've done this, been there, done that kind of thing.
Yeah. And I think they also try to make the girl
to kick ass.
And the guys they make bigger.
Yeah.
And it's just, you're just sitting here going like spoiler, the guys coming up that she kicks the crap out of, they're all not much bigger than she is. So the fight physically looks equal.
Yep.
And you don't really care that she's a woman at that point fighting these guys because they're not 6'5" mountains.
Yeah. It's also the same. It's think of it like this. It's the Marvel problem, which is the Marvel is having every VFX production house doing all the CG in their movies.
Mm-hmm.
And they're rushing them. They're pushing them. It's that, but for the action world.
Yeah.
That's why you get someone like Scott Adkins, who, great actor, really nice guy, great fight choreographer. you get these ex-martial artists who are coming into movies now, and they're starting to bring their own brand of fighting styles to the choreography. But their stuff is going straight to streaming, unfortunately. So they're not getting the recognition.
You also don't have the fighters as lead men anymore.
No,
like you did.
Yeah.
Back in the heyday of action movies, back in the 80s and 90s, a lot of those actors were fighters. Like they trained, they did a lot of the stunts, they did a lot of stuff. So it was also more authentic looking, and it wasn't the cuts like you talk about all the time with like the A team and B team where they cut, then the stunt double comes in, or it's from a different angle. So it never really looks like it's the actor that's authentically.
Well, it's like when we watched True Lies.
Yeah.
No, how in the Austrian
bits and pieces
in the Austria chase where they're going, oh, that's clearly not Arnie. You never noticed that before. Yeah. But nowadays, though, they're a bit more sneaky with it by doing digital face replacements.
Plus, I also knew growing up with Michelle, it's her fighting.
Yeah.
So I think that's part of it, where like watching her fight, I actually believe it because I know that she is a master in her art. You know what I mean? So it's like,
and that's the thing. That's why people like Scott Adkins, Chuck Norris, Van Damme.
Yeah, exactly. Even Seagal. Even Seagal, with as much crap as we give, at least he makes it look believable.
I don't know when he's doing his whatever martial arts he's supposed to be doing. Yeah, and the guy comes at him and he just does this, and the guy falls down. I'm sorry, but no, Stevie.
No, I'm talking this era. You're talking early 90s Steven Seagal, where he would actually fight.
Yeah,
I know we got to watch.
But that's the thing. But that's the thing. The stunt world nowadays.
Yeah,
you still get some really good stuff, but it's coming from the smaller movies. It's coming from the independent, hungry crowd who want to make a name for themselves.
Well, plus two, the stars can't afford to get hurt.
Well, see, then you get people like Tom Cruise who does pretty much almost everything. Almost.
But Tom Cruise also pays for most of the movies, so it's kind of it's one of those things where it's like,
see, that's why that's why people like Glenn Powell, he wants to be the next Tom Cruise, so he's happy to do the stunts.
Yeah, he also enjoys it. He likes learning,
and that's the key. If you get you get people like you get some actors who are really into doing all the stunt work, and they're there, they learn everything, they want to be a part of it, and then you get others who go, no, I'm just. I show up. I'm here to get paid, and that's it. I'll do what I do.
I'm here to act.
Yeah, which that's great. Because then stunt people get their
I know, but that shouldn't
they get paid.
That shouldn't be a reason.
No, but I mean, if you got an actor who wants to do all the stunts, a good stunt performer could be out of the job.
Like, I'm sorry, that's why Chris Pratt is so amazing at what he does. He does a lot of the stunts, but the difference is if you watch him do it, he also trains and schools himself in the job.
Yeah.
Like he does especially since he does like a lot of military stuff now, he's put in hundreds and probably thousands of hours of training to make it look real and authentic. He doesn't just arrive on set and go, okay, what are we doing? Like
but also keep in mind,
he's very prepared.
When your stepfather, when your father-in-law is Arnold Schwarzenegger, you got to bring your A game all the time.
Yeah, I know.
Say what you about Arnie. I remember reading somewhere that what made Arnie accept Chris Pratt into the family 100% was they did a workout together, and watching Chris Pratt, and he said, and Schwarzenegger says, watching Chris Pratt's form on certain lifts, and they're going, oh yeah, this man knows exactly what he's doing. Yep, I respect him. He's in the family. Which, same with Stallone's daughters. They hate having to bring boyfriends home to meet dad because Stallone doesn't have to try to be intimidating.
Speaking of Stallone, if you haven't seen him lately, you need to look at Stallone lately. Holy crap, is he in good shape?
Oh yeah.
For 78, he actually dropped a lot of weight. He got leaner. And he's got a new I think he has something that he's doing, like owning and promoting, that like whatever, I don't know if it's a drug or if it's like a program or like something where he's like I mean, because for a while he was looking pretty rough. But
once he got back, like once what was it? The show Tulsa King.
Yes,
that one. That's what that was. That he
during because he was getting hurt so much during the heck was the action franchise? The
Expendables.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The dog is humping my leg, giving me the look of I need to go outside.
Yeah. Okay.
I shall return. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Come on.
Since he's gone, I don't know about you guys, but I don't know if I've ever had my dog hump my leg in order to tell me he needs to pee. He or she. Just my thing. Drinking some terrible vodka. Product placement. That's all it's there for. But there are some amazing vodkas, and 99% of them come from Russia. But Russian Standard's fine. Beluga is mind-blowingly good. Jewel of Russia. Oh, Jewel of Russia is so good. And this is just vodka. It's just in the United States we get some crappy vodka just because over here it's a mixer, where overseas it's like anything else.
Even though we don't know much about their relationship, they actually do a lot of good work.
Oh, their chemistry is believable, 100%. This is one of those Bond deaths, like what we talk about with Vesper. Is I believe that Bond is sad and angry. Like this relationship, I believe this relationship. So I also really liked the relationship he had with Onotop, with Xenia.
She always did enjoy a good squeeze.
Yes, she did.
And now I get to do my Blofeld impression. So, Mr. Bond, we meet again. For the last time.
Sorry, for a second there, I became I became Dracula.
Yeah, your go-to accent, your go-to voice is always Russian influenced. Which I know for a fact. I've always known you are a commie.
I also do a lot of German, because I was playing games where they talk like this.
Go.
This is when they talk like this. So I was doing lots of these when I was playing Call of Duty World War II. Yeah.
Why you sound more Indian? Do you do German? Indian? Just then. Yeah.
I don't sound like this.
Just then when you do your German accent again.
Nein. Touche, Mr. Jane. Touche.
You will do it. We have ways of making you talk.
Yeah. I always said the Russian, you have to lock your jaw and you can't move it when you talk. You have to be like, you have to be like.
That still sounds Indian.
I'm not doing it. I'm just saying.
Still sounds Indian.
I'm also a guy that when I have to hear the accent in order to kind of like reprogram. That's why when I like try to do like Spanish, it comes out as like really bad Italian. It's like
in a way, but in a way, well, it depends if you're doing Spanish or Mexican. Like you're doing Spanish or Latin American Spanish. That's the thing.
Like Latin American Spanish.
Okay.
What you would hear in Florida.
If you want to do Spanish, you add a little lisp because they have a lisp. Yeah. So just pretend you're a gay guy.
Yeah, that's what was one of the words? It was it's a wine because it's in Spain. There's like a TH in it, but it's not spelled that way, but it's their pronunciation.
Well, it's the thing.
Oh, it's crianza.
It's what?
Crianza.
Right.
It's like I think it's a region, but it's crianza. There's a th in there. I think it's a type of wine. I can't remember what it is.
See, the one that always got me was I went when I was in Mexico. I went to a company and getting in, and I got in and they said I said thanks, and for some reason I said gracias like that, and the lady behind the counter laughed. And I was like, what? And she goes, and she then switched. She swapped to English, and she goes, why did you say that like a Spaniard? I said gracias, and she goes, no, you said gracias like the Spanish. I went, oh.
And I think I just stroked for a second, ma'am. Thank you for telling me.
I said, well, I am Antonio Banderas' white cousin. And she goes, get out of here.
I am Anthony Bander.
No.
Yeah, Crianza is a type of Spanish red wine.
It's Banderas.
Yeah. And it's
my name is Anthony Banderas.
Crianza. So Criaza. Anza. Crianza. But I remember it's Crianza. There's like a sorry, been out of the industry. Yeah, been out of the industry for a while. Spanish reds have always been my favorite. And
I am so looking forward to 007 First Light. That game is going to be great.
That game looks really good. I'm very happy with what we've seen from the gameplay trailer that they just released.
I love the fact that it's not even it's not finished gameplay either.
No,
like, that's still that's the great thing. But IO Interactive, they're doing it right.
That's like the other one that's doing a lot of real good right now is Machine Games.
Yeah, they did Indie, they did the Wolfenstein, they did Doom.
It's Adobe. Adobe, which is part of Focus Entertainment. Focus Entertainment's probably one of the best publishers out there right now.
Okay, what games has Adobe done?
It's ADOBA, Adobe. It's I think they might be a Plague Tale. They have a really weird gameography, we'll call it. Asobo, yeah. They got a good amount happening right now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they did a bunch of
Disney stuff.
That's it, movie tie-ins. They did the Mummy animated series,
but then they're like serious games. You're like, oh, like they must have like shifted course.
They did The Crew, then Recore, The Crew 2. See, once they did a Plague Tale, they did a Plague's Tale, then they did Microsoft Flight Simulator, woo, and then back to Plague's Tale.
And what's so strange is like Plague Tale, I played the two games back to back and on stream a few months ago. Yeah. And
check it out on his on the YouTube channel.
Yeah. I was like, I've never
I remember you telling me about it.
The end of the second game. I've never finished a game. I was live on stream and I finished the game and I just sat there and stared at my monitor for 30 seconds. Literally nothing. I did not breathe. I did not speak. I just sat there and went, and I think I said, okay. I was like, but yeah, but with their background, with their games, and then those games, it was like such a mind-bending, like,
yeah.
I didn't expect it to be so overwhelmingly deep and good. But yeah, this game is going to be should be very cool.
Oh yeah. Light. Well, I did something I've never done, which is I pre-ordered it.
Yeah. Well, you get isn't there a pre-order bonus right now too?
Yeah, you get the upgrade. They've made it worthwhile. But I was like, I remember watching the first trailer. I went, oh, that looks cool. And then watching the gameplay footage, I just instantly went and did it. I'm there going,
this is such a cheeky scene and great Pierce right here. I love how it's like they're competitors for a second.
Pierce does do good face.
Oh, he's great. He's very emotive. He's perfect. Sean had good face too. Sean was very emotive.
Connery?
Yeah. Sean Connery had that great kind of like, he'd give you that, he'd have that look, he'd have that, that smirk. That's a very Sean Connery classic smirk. And I think that's mostly because of the way he talks. But
yeah, it's the Scottish.
yeah. Because Gerard Butler has it too. That jaw, that like side to side, whatever that is. Don't print anything these days. And no one was better at the lines than Pierce. No one was better at these lines. The delivery was just, oh.
Don't they know there's a paper shortage?
Yeah, I know, right? Great exit.
Yeah, Roger Spotswood was a good director for this one.
Yeah. He didn't do World's Not Enough, right?
No.
It's so strange that a franchise that's based on like consistency,
it's not,
and it has different, like they'll go stretches with different directors for all the movies. It's just very strange that they wouldn't keep
so there's only been about 3 directors who have done multiple Bond movies in a row.
That's so strange to me, because it's like Goldeneye was so great, and then they have a different director. Like, it's like I figured that they would have, unless Martin Campbell didn't want to come back.
Well, no, because after that, I think he went and he was doing Banderas's Zorro movie.
Oh, Martin Campbell was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
so they plan, like most directors have multiple movies. They have movies lined up after one or after another, like most actors. Whereas with a Bond movie, you're doing you've got 2 to 3 years between each one. You're not getting paid.
Yeah.
Until you start. So
that's true.
Like Roger Spotswood, so he did this. He did what we got? Turner and Hooch.
Yep. Tom Hanks.
Yep. Stop or My Mum Will Shoot.
Stallone.
He did
so he's doing essentially comedies.
Yep. He did The Pursuit of DB Cooper with Treat Williams back in the 80s.
Yeah, that one I don't know.
He did The Sixth Day with Arnie after this.
Yep. That was a very weird Schwarzenegger movie. Well, I guess it wasn't, because that was kind of like an homage to Total Recall in a way, because it was like that sci-fi.
Yeah.
The one that was weird with Arnie was what was the apocalypse movie?
End of Days.
End of Days. It was good, but it was very like, whoa, Arnie.
Sorry. We got the great acting coming up. Sorry, but also Roger Spotswood got started as a what do you call it? Editor. So he understands where the cuts work.
Yeah, it's true. That's going to help 100%. That's why you'll see guys that are like stunt coordinators or stunt men that become stunt coordinators, and then you wonder why, like Saving Private Ryan, because that was a veteran stunt actor, stunt man that became a stunt coordinator. And oh yeah, I can see why the stunts are flawless, is because you get that influence. Pierce is pissed. Bond is pissed. Just that look on his face. He is so.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, in a way, she was an innocent.
Yeah, it's wrong place, wrong time. But the problem is that their prior relationship is the reason she's dead. So of course Bond is a part of that. She's to blame because she's part of that relationship. But Bond.
Oh, so you're blaming the woman. How misogynistic of you.
This is equality. So.
If I remember, I thought the way you drew out the E, I thought you were going to say, this is E. coli for some reason.
I hope not. I got a fridge full of these.
What are you drinking?
They're the Aldi hard seltzers.
Yeah, I'm drinking.
They're my favorite hard seltzers.
I'm drinking ginger beer.
Oh, nice.
Local mob.
Yeah. Is that booze?
This episode brought to you by booze.
That's alcoholic ginger beer?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got me. I got a bunch of stuffs over here. And now I have to.
Yeah, I'm actually slowly getting the room sorted. So I'm gonna actually in under the Funko stand. It's a cabinet, so I can actually put booze in there.
Nice.
Yeah.
My office is going through quite a bit of.
I know.
Changeover
now.
So
just don't get rid of the multi-pass.
No, multi-pass will stay there.
Good.
No, I had the bar, got rid of the bar to put books in here. Realized I don't really read all that much, so I got rid of the books, put the bar back in here.
Yep.
And then obviously the lights, the lighting, new monitors, and then tomorrow all of my backdrop stuff changes.
Yeah.
So I have a bookcase extension going across, so I'm gonna have to take down the mummy and put him somewhere else.
Yeah, this is definitely the most cold-blooded Bond moment for Pierce. Oh, look at that look on his face. He's shut down. Bond is shut down here.
And the way he just kind of drops the gun and throws his hands up, he's just like, F you. As I said, I love Pierce. He's so good. He's great.
He was the perfect Bond because he could do the cold-blooded. He could do the quips. He could do the fun.
Just Pierce in general. I'm not even talking Bond. I'm just talking Pierce in general.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He was amazing in obviously in Dante's Peak. He was great in the Thomas Crown Affair. He was awesome. Now they're making that again. They're doing another remake, which is so stupid.
Which one? Oh, Thomas Crown. Yeah, we talked about that. I think we talked about it last week too. Last episode.
That one just pisses me off because you have Steve McQueen, who's amazing, and you're like, great. Now they're making it again, and then you're like, oh, it's Pierce.
It's James Bond.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
So then you're like,
okay, and now it's
Michael B. Jordan.
It's Fantastic Four meets Wakanda. And it's
it's Michael B. Jordan writing and directing it, and directing and starring in it,
in what he does. But
it's just
I forgot he's writing and directing it too. Oh
yeah,
so that movie is going to be more of a slobber knocker than it's ever supposed to be.
Oh, it's a vanity project.
No, but Thomas Crown doesn't use obscene violence to do what he does. He's a burglar.
Yeah,
he's a very good one.
He's a cat burglar. He's a gentleman thief.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he's going to be stealing something like the Salvatore Mundi, I don't care.
Yeah, but nobody can steal that painting.
Well, no, you can. You just got to you've got to go to Saudi Arabia. You got to break into the prince's vault.
Then you have to swim with it.
Why are you going to swim with it in Saudi Arabia?
Well, it was in Italy.
No, it was only Italy for our book, Midnight Mass.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I've been talking about this whole time.
Yeah, I'm talking about reality. I'm talking about actually, if you steal it for real, you've got to go to Saudi Arabia, to the compound.
Yeah, I was talking about our book. And yes, I'm drinking the Costco Kirkland Cristalino tequila.
Go away with that stuff. You love bringing it up every chance you get because you know I get jealous.
No, because it's a 1 liter bottle. It's not expensive and it's easy to get. So I don't care if I drink it.
It's not expensive and it's easy to get for you. For me over here in the colony.
In the colony. How patriotic you people are.
Just when we're pissed off.
What do you mean, you people?
No, I'm a you.
Yeah.
Actually, if I was going to go full pattern, it'd be people. I ain't people.
I ain't people.
No. It's from the movie Singing in the Rain. The full quote says, I am a shimmering star shining brightly in the night sky. It says so right there. That's from a conceited movie actress who's framing the studio for some reason. So yeah. Good movie, Singing in the Rain.
Oh yeah. That was Gene Kelly. Yeah, Gene Kelly.
You weren't sure who you're going to go with, were you?
So Bing Crosby, Gene Kelly, and Danny Kaye.
Bing just sung.
Bing just sung.
Yes.
Bing know that this part of this movie takes place in China.
Bing was not.
But Bing just sung. My brain was like, wait, what?
I'll give you that. That was. I wish I'd done that on purpose.
Bing just sung.
Bing was just the singer. Danny Kaye was comedy more than anything else, and Gene Kelly was a dancer.
Phenomenal dancer.
But Gene was a dancer above all else.
Yeah. You also had
you had a Fred Astaire, who was the other big dancer.
Yeah, you also had Autry. What was that another Gene? Gene Autry?
Gene Audrey.
Autry. I think it's Autre.
No idea who you're on about now, mate.
I don't know. Yeah, there were a lot of guys. I mean, they were just freaking entertaining.
Oh yeah, Gene Audrey. He was the cowboy singer.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So nowhere near to Gene Kelly.
No, but that's Crosby. Why Gene Kelly. I know Gene Autry because I think that was my dad and my grandpa like that stuff, the Gene Autry stuff. But yeah,
I love this. You got a military base, and there's Jack Wade in a dinosaur Hawaiian shirt. I just realized he's wearing a dinosaur Hawaiian shirt.
I think I noticed that when I was younger, but I haven't realized that in some time. Like we've watched this movie several times together.
I know. I just picked it up just then. In corner of my eye, I saw the Triceratops there.
My brain is going. I think I knew that, but then I'm like, God, when's the last time
I want a dinosaur Hawaiian shirt now.
Oh, Amazon's got a bunch.
Oh yeah, I know.
Just saying, if you want something. If Joe
Silent Judgment,
if he was as cool as I think he is, he definitely still owned that shirt until the day he died.
Yeah,
he had to have, because that feels like something that he would be like.
Same with the hat.
Yeah, there's got to be like some like sentimental stuff that's like really out there and weird, because Jack Wade is very, very recognizable.
It's a great shirt. See, you go to Comic-Con, you go like to the James Bond convention. You go to James Bond convention, everyone's going to be dressed like Bond. You dress like that, see how many people get it.
So that's like one of those characters that I always think of like franchise holdovers, like how they're holding over, J. Jonah Jameson, J.K. Simmons, because he's so like visibly iconic for that role. To me, if Daniel Craig's Bond's movie were only like 4 or 5 years after Pierce's, to me, the holdover is Jodan Baker is like, it's like there's certain characters, or if I don't, Zelensky, like that kind of character where there's like that B-roll side character, Zelensky.
You mean Zukovsky?
Zelensky.
But,
and I wasn't thinking Ukraine Zelensky. I was thinking Rick Moranis Zelensky when I said that.
Saying like Bing just sung?
Bing just sung. Zelensky.
The problem was with the Daniel Craig bonds, because they went back to Casino Royale, the CIA guy he befriends is Felix Leiter.
Which is the normal one.
Yeah. Whereas here, they didn't want to go with Felix for some reason. And I think that's because in the books, Felix loses a leg and basically retires.
And he loses a leg in Daniel Craig's, doesn't he?
No, he full
dies. That's right.
He full dies in no time to die. So if you were to bring back a CIA, if you're going to go like with the Amazon bond, this is your perfect chance to bring back Sikorsky. This is your perfect chance to bring back Jack Wade.
Especially since it's an American company, and like this, they were really targeting the American audience.
So here's the question.
Jack Wade's a great character because he's an American.
So here's the question. Who do you cast to play Jack Wade now?
Very good question. Off the top of my head, it's Josh Brolin. But I'm trying to think of somebody that's got a little age to him, something that's got a little grizzled to him, someone. You need the out there-ness. You need, Josh is going to be too serious. You need someone who's a little out there. My problem is like my movie acting. It's like there's like been a 10-year gap of anybody that I cared about.
Dude. So I know the perfect Jack Wade. I know who's perfect for him. You want to know?
Who?
Brendan.
Oh, Brendan Fraser could do it.
Brendan Fraser could do it right now. Brendan Fraser would be perfect for Jack Wade.
Yeah, because he's got that cork in him.
Yeah, he does.
And he's got that great comedic timing too.
Yeah, imagine him going, "Yo, Jimbo."
Yeah. He could do it. I could see that.
Now here's the harder one. Who do you bring back Sikorsky? Who do you cast?
Oh man. Robbie Coltrane was so good.
Iconic.
Well, that's like him and as Haggard. Like Nick Frost is doing Nick Frost things, and from all accounts, he's very good in the role.
The problem is the costume, the outfit. It's Robbie Coltrane's Haggard. I saw that clip with Chris Columbus talking
just
about
like
it.
Snape. Right? When you change a character too much after they're iconic, it doesn't really do.
The problem is anyone playing Snape after Alan Rickman is doomed.
That's my point. So it's like you're already on thin ice.
But why do the exact same outfit for the character? That's my question.
No, to me, the problem is even if you get Alan Rickman Jr. to play the role, people are going to be like, "That's not Snape." So the worst thing you could do is
this is Harry Potter, but we have Harry Potter at home.
Yeah, no, it's
but seriously,
making a tiny. No, the problem is making a tiny change to a character is hard enough. Making a drastic change is worse.
Well, also screws with the story because now when you've learned that James's dad, Harry's dad, bullied him, it's now no longer a class thing. It's just race.
And in the book, he's got pale white skin.
Yeah, but then also you have him longing after Lily and loving Lily with everything, and basically stalking Lily.
What you're saying is, do not show him Django Unchained.
Yep. Okay. But seriously, who do you bring back Sikorsky? You're in charge of James Bond. You bring back Sikorsky. Who do you cast?
Oh, your boy from Kenny Branagh.
For some reason, I thought when you said your boy, I thought you were going to say
you cast
Jeffrey
Kenny
Rush.
Branagh in everything, so much so that you call him Kenny.
No, because Kenny's going to be Q. Remember?
I know, but seeing him because he was so good in Wild Wild West, like seeing him do the Jack Wade American accent would be so fun.
No, because when you said your boy, my mind went to Jeffrey Rush is a good choice.
I would say probably not.
Actually, no,
too old.
See, I'd say Jeffrey Rush for Q and Kenny for Sikorsky.
Yeah, because we were gonna have Kenny for Q, right?
Yeah. So yeah, now we go Jeffrey Rush for Q because he can do that. He can do that, snarky really well.
But he has to be part pirate, where it's like
he's got to do the Bristol. he's got to do the Bristol voice, the Bristol accent.
But he's got to do almost like a Jack Sparrow, where there's definitely something missing.
No. Have him do his Barbosa voice.
No, but his mentality, like he'll say something and then he'll.
He's going to be a crazy scientist. He's going to be kooky, yeah. And then you have Kenny Branagh do.
I think Kenny Branagh could have a lot of fun as the heir apparent to Robbie Coltrane in that.
Oh, and Sikorsky, yeah, he would ham it up big time. He would be, that would be perfect.
And he's so good with accents, and he's so good with the flamboyance of the accents.
Yes,
like that's the I can't remember his name, the inspector from Death on the Nile and all that stuff.
Oh, Poirot.
Yeah, like he hams that accent up to 11. It's not just, oh, I'm going to be French. It's like, no, I'm going to be, or Belgium, yeah. But I'm not going to be Belgium. I'm going to be Belgium in
the Agatha Christie books. He's got this little mustache, little mustache.
Oh,
he's like, we're turning everything up to 11, so we're going over this big epic thing, which I love.
Doesn't it have? Isn't it like a sharp twist in one, and then it's bushy in another?
So what it is, it's two parts to the mustache. You've got the top part, which goes to about here, and you get your 12, and then you got this big, almost like it comes out to. It's a great mustache.
Oh, look at Wild West. He had the double chops. I think
yes. See, that's the thing. Kenny Brown is one of those actors. You throw him into a movie, you know he's just going to have fun. Like look at him as Gilderoy Lockhart in Chamber of Secrets.
Yep.
I love it. Originally, they wanted Hugh Grant for that role, and Hugh Grant said no.
Hugh is weird and goofy enough that he may have been able to make it work, but
not back then. Then.
That's true. That he was still very much serious.
He was 100% rom-com. Nowadays, oh yeah. See, nowadays, if you're
you know who could be Q?
Who?
James Spader.
No, you have him be your villain.
He's like that off the cuff, like weird.
He wouldn't do the accent.
I guess
you can't have an American Q.
Oh no, I mean he would work the accent.
James Spader. You make him your villain.
Yeah, I mean he'd be a good villain.
And then you go James Spader as the villain, and Alan Richardson as the henchman to his villain. Because then because James Spader is 100% pudgy, cerebral. He's the brain. So you need Alan Richardson to be the brawn.
Yeah.
Like Carver and Stamper.
Oh no, that's also the in the best way possible. That's also the Bond shtick cliche of the villains.
Yeah, you need to go back to it.
No, you do. You absolutely do.
But yeah, and then in another movie, you have I've always wanted Hugh Grant to be a Bond villain. He would be a good Bond villain, especially nowadays.
He'd be a good Bond villain.
He'd be like this. He'd be like Jonathan Pryce doing a Bond villain, which is over the top and and flamboyant and having a blast.
You know who I would like to see as a Bond villain too, which would be really is Brendan Fraser. Ooh. I think he could go like full like scary like.
No, you don't want 100% serious villain.
No. But my point is because it's Brendan, we're like, when is it gonna get funny? And when is it gonna get weird? And then we're kind of like, there's like this like.
No, for that see for that I put him in a different do a different movie with him where you can do like the Liam Neeson Raj Al Ghul flip from Batman Begins.
Yeah, I could see that.
No. Brandon's
younger Liam Neeson could be a Bond villain. Like if he was like in his like 50s still.
Yeah, not modern.
It's kind of decrepit. It's kind of.
You know who would be a good Bond villain if you gave him the right version of a Bond villain? Christoph Waltz.
Oh, Christoph Waltz is good in everything.
He was not good as Blofeld Inspector.
Okay, well, I think that was more of a Spectre problem than a Christoph Waltz problem.
See, that's the thing. I give him a great villain in a Bond movie and watch him go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Give him a second chance. Joe Don Baker, he played a villain in the first Timothy Dalton Bond movie, and then he gets to be Jack Wade. Redemption.
Oh yeah, he was in that. That was Living Daylights?
Yes.
Yeah. Both of those movies. Phenomenal.
License to Kill is my favorite out of the two Daltons.
No, but I'm just saying they're both. License to Kill, is that the one with the blonde with the short hair, or is that Living Daylights?
No. Okay, the blonde in Living Daylights, it's the blonde cellist assassin, and in License to Kill, it's License to Kill, and she's more brunette.
Is she? Oh yeah, you're right. And she cuts it really short, right?
Yeah. Pam.
Yeah. That has the is that the one that's got the semi truck chase at the end?
Yeah. It's the it's the drug dealer.
Is that the one that's underground with like isn't there like water? There's like a weird like palace or something.
No.
Is that no, that's not that one.
No.
Okay. Yeah, License to Kill.
Okay, so since we're casting our, we're doing the Bond casting. Come on, who's your Bond girl? Who's your perfect Bond girl? Keep in mind, it's got to be modern.
I mean, is it really dumb just to say Sydney Sweeney?
Is she a good girl or is she a femme fatale?
Ooh, I think it would be cooler.
Or is she Christmas Jones?
No, I think it would be cooler as a femme fatale, but very Elsa.
You do her like Rosamund Pike's femme fatale, where she's part of the team. You think she's helping, and then you get the switch.
Yeah, it's the Elsa Schneider role.
Yes, yeah. Now, if you want to go Xenia, who's your like? You want to do like a Xenia on the top villain? Who do you cast?
I love her so much, and I like it when she plays a mean girl. Of course, now I'm trying to think of her name, and I can't. Oh my god. I can think of her fictional name, but I can't think of her name. Cara Dune.
Well, what's it? Who?
Cara Dune, the MMA fighter that got blacklisted from Disney.
Oh, Gina Carano.
Yeah, Gina Carano. I would do someone like her because she's believable as a female villain, and I also think she's quite attractive. And I like her.
You never saw the movie Haywire, have you?
No, but even like because she was in Deadpool, so it's like
so Haywire was her first movie, and she plays a female spy, and she has
no, I didn't see Haywire.
No, we'll have to watch it together. But she fights. She has two amazing hand-to-hand fights.
Oh, and this is my favorite like chase scene ever.
I know,
like ever.
The first is with Channing. I love it. It's the first with Channing Tatum, and she whoops his ass. It's a good little fight. But the one with Michael Fassbender, you're like, it's a vicious fight, and you're there going, "Wow, she can really kick ass." Like this was her first movie. It's amazing. Okay. It's a Steven Soderbergh movie.
Oh, it's Soder.
Oh yeah. It's one of my favorite spy movies.
This is legitimately like my favorite car chase ever filmed.
Better than Fountain of Youth?
That's my favorite Vespa chase ever filmed.
See, this is not a car chase. This is a motorbike chase.
There's a Range Rover.
There are also cars in Fountain of Youth.
I know. It's just because it's a Vespa, I have to mention it's a Vespa.
I don't think it's a Vespa. I just think it's a moped.
Well, whatever. It's a scooter. Either way. I think it's a Vespa.
It probably is a Vespa. See, that's the problem with trying to do a Bond casting is you're like the talent pool for certain roles is so small.
Well,
especially if you're not.
That's Hollywood's fault too.
So you have to. So see, in my head, I'd be going more. I'd be going out of Hollywood to get actresses.
No, yeah, 100%. And when I say it's Hollywood's fault, it's because Hollywood doesn't.
It's the puppet syndrome.
Yeah,
like all the pop stars nowadays all look the same, all sound the same. They're indistinguishable. All the young actresses, they all look the same. They all sound the same.
But the new actress and the new musician is cheaper for the producers, so they like the new one.
But here's the thing: the only difference between all the young modern actresses is just the shade of skin.
Yep.
And whether or not they have extra bits.
Well, you got to remember too. Years ago, it was more mysterious and cool when you got a model to be in a movie.
Yeah.
Like as like a main character, and then now you're trying to get models to act.
Yeah.
And that's the problem is like, oh, she's perfect for the role. Why? Because she looks perfect for the role. Can she act? She's perfect for the role. It's like, all right.
But see, back then they would also send if they wanted a model, they would either write this role for the model's ability or they'd send it to acting school.
Well,
and they don't bother with that nowadays.
No. The point of it is like, yeah, you can hire any face that you want.
No, but what I meant was I would be going to say like Europe, going to actresses in Europe, going to actresses in Latin America. That's where I'd be going. I would be still looking at actors, but in different.
You can't talk Hollywood. While that woman is smiling like that.
I know. I had to stop for that brief second.
But I loved his reaction. Was he coughs, pop the clutch, and they just go. He doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
It's just like, we got to get out of here. All of those scenes, you could tell it was a single rider with his hand up both sleeves.
Yeah,
it was easy to see, but it's fine.
Well, it's like the True Lies of Arnie. It's the charm.
Well, you would have fixed that. Like now, you'll just fix that with CGI.
Yeah, as I said, it's the digital face replacement.
Yeah. Well, even like the arm, where you can see the arm in the sleeves, they would just.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd fix it.
Oh no, this would all be green screen nowadays.
Oh, 100%.
Like the motorbike chase from John Wick Chapter 2. It's a great. It's a great motorbike chase.
Chases are so bad.
But you in I think it's chapter 2. There's this great motorbike chase with him on a motorbike. Now it's done in a green screen room, but it's done so well that when you watch the final product, there is always that little part going, I'm pretty sure this is CG, but I'm not 100% sure. That's good.
Yeah, the problem is you start introducing, and I do it all the time with like stories and stuff, books. You start introducing physics and gravity, and it makes it really less exciting.
Yeah.
So that's where you start to stretch things. The problem is when you stretch it in a novel, your brain is like, you don't have time to like picture the feasibility of those physics. But in a movie, you can just see it and process it.
See, that's why for me, I do, like it's Michael Bay, it's Guy Ritchie.
Right? That stupid scene with the car being like boomeranged around and he's holding the car.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
But that's the thing. You couldn't write that. There's no way to write that.
No, but it's like you're sitting here going, if you write it, I can't see it, but then you do it on screen and you're like, oh my God.
But that's the thing. If you go to write something like that, like you have that idea, you need to go, okay, can I write this in such a way that it's going to be easy to see and believe? If not, you don't write it.
Yeah.
Like I have to admit, I've read in some stuff where I've gone, I probably shouldn't have written that because it just, it doesn't come through enough because it's too visual. That's the issue. Yeah, that's always the issue we face, especially when we're trying to be like Michael Bay or Guy Ritchie with our stories.
I'd like to think Guy Ritchie nowadays.
No, you still have your Michael Bay-ness. You still indulge in Bayham.
Yeah, I mean, Bayham is...
Your character work is more Guy Ritchie nowadays.
Yeah. Yes. And she's clearly the inspiration behind my May character in my Jack Riley series.
No.
This character specifically is.
I thought you were talking just about Michelle Yeoh.
No, this character, she's in my case, she is Ministry of State Security, so it's their intelligence agency.
Yeah.
And she's a corporate espionage / assassin type character.
See, I would never have picked it. I would never have picked it in a million years that this was the inspiration for me. I would never have done that, sir.
Yeah. Mid-30s. May is half Chinese, half Korean. Yeah.
You hide your references and inspiration very well.
The other character that I watched a lot of that I really loved was Ming-Na Wen.
I thought you were going to surprise us all and say Cynthia Rothrock.
No. Ming-Na Wen.
She did some good work.
Specifically Ming-Na Wen from like the early seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Never saw it.
The first 3, 4, 5, they're really good.
I've heard that Bill Paxton's arc in that is amazing.
Bill Paxton's arc in that is the reason that Brett, what the hell's his name? Brett. He's a main character, and it's his heel turn. I remember being so angry when it happened, and it was the Bill Paxton run, and I remember it going, "Oh man, I'm so mad right now." But Bill Paxton's great. It's like, it was that was the end of season 3, if I'm not mistaken.
See, if he was still alive, I would have be a Bond villain.
Oh, 100%.
Imagine Bill Paxton as a Bond villain.
He's one of those actors where, like, as he ages, if I was an executive or I was a director, I would literally just go out of my way to make sure he's in my movie.
Yeah.
Because I'm I got to get Bill Paxton in my movie. I got to get Bill Paxton. It's like...
Do you know why? I can tell you exactly why you and I would both do that to Bill. You want to know why?
Because he's extreme.
Because he's the extreme.
Yeah, I knew it.
The extreme.
Honestly, he was already a good villain, but Philip Seymour Hoffman.
I have to admit,
I liked him in Mission Impossible. He was really good.
Yeah, I was never a big fan of his villain.
That 3?
But yeah, that's 3. That's the that's the J.J. Abrams one.
That's the one where they take his place, right? They doesn't he do the mask thing on him?
They take his face off.
Like in Face Off?
No, it's face. You got face off. You got to do the motion.
No, but then I did the Family Guy, like in Face Off.
Yeah, they do the mask.
The mask. Oh my god. Yeah, but yeah, they do that on him.
Yeah, but see, that was also Tom Cruise's that was during the bad time for Tom. That movie didn't do well, but
that was nearly the end of it, right? With Mission Impossible was that movie, and
that's Tom
doing a 4th one.
That was Tom doing Oprah couch jumping.
Oh dear Lord, that's
that era.
That's Katie Holmes.
Yeah, that's that era. So his personal life overshadowed that movie. And then when they came to Mission Impossible 4, they said to him, you're gonna die in the opener, and Jeremy Renner's gonna take over. And Tom said, tell you what, let's not do that. We can set him up to take he said that we can set
I know, but it's like, hey, how about this? I don't die. Now here, I know it's a big change, but
but he says, let's not do that. We'll set him up, fine, set him up to take over. If the movie fails, if the movie doesn't meet expectations, if it doesn't blow your expectations out of the water, I will step down. You can kill me off in the next movie. And they went, no, if it doesn't, we'll kill you off screen. And he goes, fine, deal. So he worked his ass off to make sure Mission Impossible 4 was a success. But the thing I was going to say was
to bend over to even get that made. Like they were like,
and then he had the idea. He and Brad Bird had the idea for the Burj Khalifa climb, and the studio said, if you can get it insured and someone to actually do it, you can. And that's the famous story where he went to all these different insurance companies. They all said, no, we're not insuring you for that. All the stunt coordinators said, no, we cannot do that. And so he said, okay, fine. And he just kept going until he found an insurance company who said yes. And the stunt coordinator said, oh, yeah, we can do that.
And that was
the start.
What's his name came in? They switched people halfway through that movie, didn't they?
That was
director, right?
No, it wasn't the director. It was Christopher McQuarrie came in and basically rewrote.
Yeah, that's right. Because he wrote a lot of stuff. He wrote a lot of Cruise's stuff.
Yeah, he was there writing everything on the fly, and that's how he and Tom Cruise became friends. And then when Tom Cruise did Jack Reacher, he says, "I want Christopher McQuarrie to come in and write and direct it."
Oh, that's right. He did the Jack Reachers. That's right. We've talked about that.
Yeah, but what I was going to say about Mission Impossible 3 was I never liked it, but then the more I've watched it, the more I've gone, actually, I'm not a big Philip Seymour Hoffman fan, but I've gone, his villain is damn good.
The beginning of that movie with the wife finding out.
No, she doesn't find out until much later in the movie.
It's later. It wasn't. Oh no, yeah, the beginning. Okay,
it opens with a flash forward.
That's true. Yeah. I liked her too a lot too. That actress.
That was Michelle Monaghan.
Michelle Monaghan. Yep. Yeah, I liked her a lot when he's doing the explanation of the flashlight in the drawer in the kitchen with like changing a magazine and stuff. That was a really great. That was a great scene.
Oh no, that's the thing. When I first watched it, I didn't like it. But the more I watched Mission Impossible, the more I go, actually, this is a damn solid movie. It's almost True Lies, like with just his cover with her.
So I really liked the second one a lot because I liked long hair Ethan Hunt. I liked the motorcycle chases,
and John Woo directed it.
John Woo,
and you had Limp Bizkit doing the theme song.
Yeah, I like that movie a lot, and I know that movie does get some like kind of a little bit of hate, but I think it was because of the MTV era that it was made.
Yeah,
where
also it is
very fashion forward. Like it was very like.
So there's actually there's a couple, there's other reasons apart from it being fashion forward. That movie went so over schedule that Doug Ray Scott, who's played the villain, couldn't be Wolverine in the first X-Men movie. That's why Hugh Jackman got the role.
Jeez.
So there's that. There's also the fact that it is a terrible remake. It's a terrible remake of Alfred Hitchcock's amazing spy movie, Notorious, which had that was Cary Grant, Audrey Hepburn, and Claude Rains, and it dealt with plutonium and a Nazi scientist. It's a remake of that movie, and
yeah, that doesn't feel right.
No, they it's the basic plot. Like Audrey Hepburn plays Claude Rains as the Nazi holding his plutonium. Audrey Hepburn is the wife of Claude Rains. Cary Grant is the spy who seduces her to get her the turn. It's the plot of that's exactly what happens in Mission Impossible 2 with Thandaway Newton.
Yes. I liked her in it. I liked her a lot.
Yeah, I can take it. I
liked the opener, the free climbing parts. It was cool. It was intense. It was beautiful. It looked so good because I saw that movie big screen. Probably not like IMAX, but I remember watching that free climbing scene with him hanging there and like the red rocks, and it was. I liked that opener a lot.
But that's the thing; those movies have always been great.
Was that the introduction to Ving Rhames' character?
No, he was in the first movie.
He was in the first one. Okay. Oh yeah, he's like the only survivor of the first team.
No, he's not even from the first team. So in Mission Impossible 1, even his team gets all killed, and then Ving Rhames is someone he hires to help out.
Oh, you're right.
Not only that,
Emilio Estevez gets it rough in that movie.
Yep. So he hires Ving Rhames and Jean Reno.
Oh yeah, it is Jean Reno, isn't it? That's a Bond villain and a half right there.
Actually, yeah. Bring Jean Reno in, let him be a Bond villain. That'd be cool.
But hey, Jean, we need you to Jean.
No, Jean, we need you at some point to do your Elvis impersonation.
What about Peter Stormer?
No, he's too obvious.
Well, yeah, it's a villain.
No. I'd actually have you have him be Tchaikovsky.
Yeah, I mean he does a good Russian. We know that.
Imagine the drunk cosmonaut from Armageddon as Tchaikovsky. I always love the way he just knocks her out. No sedation, no needles, no fancy darts. It's just literally a head bonk.
And then if she blinks, kill her.
I love how ruthless Bond is throughout all this.
This is an extension of GoldenEye.
In GoldenEye, he wasn't this ruthless, though.
For like a majority of the movie, he was pretty
No,
ruthless.
see, he's more ruthless here because he's going after the man who killed Terry Hatcher.
Yeah.
And basically, Terry Hatcher is his version of Vesper Lynd. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about last week. He didn't have that tragic backstory. He didn't have the tragic loss of love like Vesper Lynd or Diana Riggs from what's On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
I think I mentioned Terry Hatcher, but
No, you didn't.
The problem is it's a relationship that has already been broken off for a long time.
Yeah.
So it's not a fresh relationship that would sting even more.
No, and really he's this violent and this callous because it's the henchman of Carver. It's because
the only way it would work is the old Bond, like old Logan, the old Bond thing where it's legitimately somebody that he's now been with for 20 something years, 30 years since he's been retired. So
and like we talked about last,
you would have to quote fictionalize it, but you would have to
and like we talked about last time, it doesn't work because Bond doesn't do that.
No.
In the words of Lou Bega, he's got to go all over the world.
It is one of those things where it would be kind of like like a book series where if they decided to do like a series finale type thing with like a movie, you could do it because that's like old man Captain America, old man this, like there's a set finality.
Yeah,
until Disney buys it and then reboots it.
Yeah, luckily Amazon got to it first.
Yeah, and Disney doesn't have the money that Amazon has, regardless of what people want to say.
Yeah. And honestly, if Disney had bought Bond, I would have just gone, right, that's it, I'm done.
I might be able to get a loan and buy the Marvel name.
No, don't do that. Buy Indie. No, buy Indie.
Oh, yeah, okay, I would buy Indie. The problem is I don't want to see anyone else besides Indy as Harrison Ford. So what am I going to do with that property?
Simple. No, it's simple. All you do is this: you buy the property of Indy, and then you know what you do? You go to Machine Games. You go to Naughty Dog, and you say, guys, come together, make a series of movies, get Troy Baker back. Let's go.
I would do animated movies.
Yeah, and you get Troy Baker.
Even if it's just direct to Disney Plus. I would do animated 90-minute full-length movies, Troy Baker, Indiana Jones. Like I would bring in
motion capture.
I would bring in basically the cut scenes of what we got in The Great Circle. Like,
well, that's why I said that's why you can bring in
like it's animated. Like,
and that's why I said you bring in Machine Games and Naughty Dog.
Yep.
Actually, not even Naughty Dog. You get Amy Henning. Get Amy Henning to spearhead the writing.
Neil Druckmann, but yeah, it's any.
No, get Amy Henning, not Neil Druckmann. Neil Druckmann's got his own issues.
Well, Druckmann wrote everything. Henning produced.
I know he did number 4. He wasn't involved in the previous 3. That was Amy Henning. Yeah.
Druckmann was a writer. Henning was the producer.
No, Henning was the writer and director of the first 3.
I thought Neil Druckmann was pretty involved through all of them. Might not be right. And then, of course, for me, Jonathan Pryce is just going to be from Pirates of the Caribbean.
She was creative director and writer on the first 3 Uncharted games.
Okay. Oh, no, she would need to come in either way.
Yeah, because I know that Neil Druckmann, he was involved in number 4.
So what you're telling me is I need Chris Pratt, Guy Ritchie, Amy Henning, and I need this very specific cast.
Neil Druckmann was just level designer on the first on 2 and 3 of Uncharted.
Oh, so he moved up.
Yeah. So it was The Last of Us that gave him the power. But yes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, The Last of Us is what gave him. Yeah. And then he did something else, I thought. Maybe he didn't. I don't remember. It doesn't matter.
I can tell you what he did. So, so on Uncharted 1 and 2, he was designer. He did on Last of Us, he was the creative director and writer. Uncharted 4, creative director and writer.
I'm watching Pierce right now while Jonathan Pryce is giving this great monologue. Yeah. He's tracking the henchman.
The Last of Us Part 2. Basically, after Uncharted 4, he did The Last of Us Part 2, worked on the Uncharted movie as a executive producer. It was the Last of Us TV series that had his focus.
Yeah, and then
he is currently working on a new game for Naughty Dog called Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet.
Yeah, that is basically the femme fatale beefcake from the Uncharted movie. The female. Braddock. So it's basically Braddock as a space ninja. And it looks
okay. Oh yeah, I'm thinking about it right now. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is her.
And it's like a laser sword. Like I'm like, wow, this is Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog does this, and I'm like, I don't think Naughty Dog should do this. God forbid you give the fans what they want. You give us another Uncharted game.
She was annoying as Braddock.
They are the only company that literally has a fan base screaming for more, and they're like, "Nah, we're good." Like, we want another Uncharted game. Oh, well, we want another Uncharted game. I didn't say we wanted another Nathan Drake game. I said we want another Uncharted game.
I know you want your Cassie game.
I would take another Chloe and Nadine game. I would take Sam.
I want Sam and Sully.
No, that's my
Give me
point.
Sam and Sully.
There's plenty out there that the fans would, and you can do 8-hour gameplays. You don't have to do like super full length games.
Yeah, no, 8 to 12. Give me 8 to 12 hours. More than enough.
I'm good with 8. I just want these characters. I just want animated movies at this point. It's voice acting. Freaking do it. Could you imagine a full-length theatrical animated Nathan, Uncharted movie? Oh my God, it would be amazing.
Yeah, they never will though.
Henry Jackman, the voice cast.
Oh, you and your love affair with Henry Jackman.
Those are like 2 of my favorite soundtracks ever made, or Uncharted 4 and 5.
No, also Captain America: Winter Soldier, which is also Henry Jackman.
Yeah, that's really good too. Oh my God. Sorry, I forgot I was drinking scotch. I thought it was still tequila. Sorry, that hit me and I was like, whoa. It's actually another Kirkland bottle.
Nice going.
I've had this one for a while. It's actually gotten better since it's opened up and breathed. It's a Kirkland Lowland.
See, oxidized. Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that one.
It's good.
It's good.
It's a sherry cask. Lowland is very specific. Lowland tends to be a touch sweeter, maybe like some like cereal, like grassy notes. So it just kind of depends on your forte. But then it was aged in a sherry cask, if I'm not mistaken. Definitely.
I like her wielding the double MP5s.
Oh, of course. And Bond was shooting stockless MPK, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
She's so good. Just again, this is Maylene Wu. I can't. Yeah. I knew it was coming, obviously. If GoldenEye didn't have the nostalgic attachment that it does to me, that it doesn't for you, this would probably be my favorite Bond movie. Everything about this movie I love. Everything about this movie.
I'm pretty sure if I had grown up playing the video game like a lot of people did, GoldenEye would mean more to me. But I'm sorry, it's the world is not enough all the way.
No, but see, I totally understand that because you don't have the pulp culture attachment to.
But see, I'm a massive Bond fan, so to me, GoldenEye is a great Bond film. Tomorrow Never Dies is a good Bond film. The World Is Not Enough is a perfect Bond film.
No, like I said, I don't like when you say World Is Not Enough is my favorite Bond film. I'm like, yeah, okay, I totally
and see, that's the great thing about the Bond fans. Unlike say Star Wars or a lot of other franchises, where you have those really heated fights about
video game. Ugh.
Bond fans are this. It's this. Oh, this is my favorite Bond movie. Everyone just goes, yeah, I can see why.
And yeah, I think it's also because it's 70 years old, whatever it is. It's
yeah. The only time people get upset is when someone says, "Oh, Spectre is my favorite Bond film." Everyone goes, "You're not a true fan. Go away."
Or the one with George Lazenby.
No, On Her Majesty's Secret Service is a brilliant Bond movie.
Yeah, it's just he's not a good Bond, but the movie is good.
He's an okay Bond.
Yeah, the movie's
the problem
good.
Was, the problem was he was riding on. He came directly after Sean. That's the issue.
Yeah.
If they had given Pierce, if On Her Majesty's Secret Service had been Pierce's first Bond movie, everyone would have gone, "That's brilliant."
True. Plus, with most Bonds, they give the actors enough time with the character to build a generational fan base.
Except Timothy and George.
That's for the most part.
And Timothy Dalton was more. That was legal things that came up, but with George Lazenby, it was he got wrong advice. So after he made once he finished filming On Her Majesty's Secret Service, he got a new agent who was this guy who got him into drugs, who basically turned him into a hippie and said that you're in control of Bond, not the studio. So at the premiere of On Her Majesty's Secret Service, he shows up, long hair, big beard, and then basically
the one that Sean Connery replaced for one movie.
Yeah, Sean came back for 2.
Oh, 2 movies, yeah.
And so he goes to Cubby Broccoli. I want more money, and Cubby Broccoli goes, "No, you're not. No, we can replace you easily." And he pushed it, and they got rid of him. And Lazenby has said it's one of the few things he's ever regretted was just listening to the wrong advice and thinking he was bigger than the character.
It's like, wait a minute, you regret losing James Bond? That's one of the things you regret in your life?
And it's I had heard it. I watched it. Yeah, I got the box set, the 50th anniversary box set of the Bond movies on Blu-ray, and I finally watched it, and I just went, actually, it's a good. Telly Savalas was great as Blofeld.
I mean, Telly Savalas is great.
Yeah, it's a good Bond movie. And yeah, Lazenby is okay. If Lazenby had more time, he probably could have been a great Bond. Same as Dalton. If Dalton had got Gold Eye.
Who do you think the villain's going to be in the Bond Prime series? The movie.
Oh, no idea. No idea.
Like, do you think that they rehash something from older and make it like a Blofeld type character?
No, because they screwed it up too big with Blofeld.
I was thinking they'd go after the Blofeld character because it would be visually recognizable to Superman and stuff with Lex Luthor
the problem with Blofeld,
megalomaniac.
When Spectre came out, it's the same problem that happened to Star Trek Into Darkness, the one of Benedict Cumberbatch as Khan. Here's the problem: Benedict Cumberbatch shows up in a movie. You go, all right, he's going to be the villain. He's playing a guy called John Smith, but you can tell from everything about this character, you're like, oh, he's Khan. And when they do the real, you go, oh,
name's
go
John
away.
Smith, but he becomes Khan.
John Smith is the alias he's using.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And so when they do the reveal that his name is Khan, now here's the great thing:
I feel like that's fairly whitewashed.
But here's the thing: the Wrath of Khan movie works because in the original series they had an episode where they introduced who Khan was. So in Star Trek Into Darkness, when Benedict Cumberbatch says, "My name is Khan," it is done in such gravitas with such emotional impact that you're like, hang on, Kirk has never met this guy before. So why is this a big moment? It's a big moment for the audience, for those who know who Khan.
That was an audience tickle.
Yeah, and it died. When they did Spectre and they brought Spectre back, all the fans go, cool, we're doing Spectre. But they screwed up Blofeld because Blofeld originally was a low-level criminal who worked his way up to being head and creating Spectre.
Oh, did they rewrite it?
But that's what they did. In the Spectre movie, they rewrote it so that now the death of Vesper, Quantum of Solace, Skyfall, is because of Blofeld messing around with James Bond, because in this version of Bond, when Bond's parents died, he was adopted by Blofeld's dad, and Blofeld has sibling jealousy because Bond became the favorite.
So is this kind of the background for Austin Powers and Dr. Evil being related?
Basically, yes. They took that from Austin Powers Goldmember. They took that and made it into the Spectre movie. And it fails big time because when they introduced Blofeld, They have the white cat and all that. So all the fans go, oh, it's Blofeld. Cool. And new viewers go, who the hell's this guy?
It's Dr.
They don't care.
Evil.
That's the thing. They screwed it up. They tried
Either
to
you don't know who the character is, or you're going to associate with Dr. Evil. Either way, it's ruined.
Yeah,
like it's
but
not.
No, you're not even going to associate with Dr. Evil because young people won't have seen Goldmember. No, they haven't. How long ago did Goldmember come out, mate?
Well, it's just all the Austin Powers movies.
Yeah, they're too old.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They're too old. And most kids nowadays don't, or teenagers or young adults don't like that comedy anymore. Remember?
They don't like comedy at all. Well, yeah, comedy at all, in my opinion.
So that's the thing. The problem with Blofeld is they didn't bring Blofeld in until On Her Majesty's Secret Service in the original movie. He was always in the shadow. And even then, you didn't know Blofeld was the guy in the shadows. In that movie, he's just the villain.
Yeah.
And then they made him a recurring villain. You got to tread carefully. That's the thing. And instead of doing an overreaching villain, go with the movie's formula where it's a different villain of the week. That way you can come up with a new villain. You can have more fun.
Yeah.
You're not, if you go Blofeld, you're tied to making sure you don't screw it up as badly as the Spectre movie did.
Yeah, you would probably have to do it. If you're going to do it, you do it on like the third or fourth movie where there's like...
And you slowly introduce it. You, like what they did with the Guy Ritchie Sherlock Holmes movie where you had Moriarty working in the background.
Yeah. And
the implications of Moriarty. You do that. You have...
Blofeld be the... Rachel McAdams was really bothersome.
No, I never liked Rachel McAdams as that character. It
was the significance of her character in the first movie and then how quickly they killed her off. It reminded me about the Bourne movies with how they killed off the female character in like the first 10 minutes. And I'm like, she was a main cog in everything that happened. And then she's so insignificant that you're going to kill her in the first 10 minutes. So what did the first, like, why do I care about the first movie anymore?
Well, no, it's this. They killed her off to add extra motivation for Sherlock and for Bourne. It now becomes that bit of revenge.
So there should have been another movie in between.
Bingo.
That was the first and third of the series instead of the first and second.
Because for Sherlock Holmes, you do the first movie. The second movie is now him slowly tracking Moriarty. The third movie, that's when you bring Moriarty in properly.
And that's where you get him and the what's his name from the
you talking about Moriarty's offside or Moran?
No, the cop that he always does.
Oh, Lashard.
Yeah, Lashard. Yeah. So you get the two of them unwillingly working together for the movie.
Well, you know what you do? The second movie you just do Hounds of the Baskerville. Imagine Guy Ritchie doing that story. That would have been awesome.
No, but that's my point. Is you have to build up to where, okay, maybe Holmes is trustworthy, he's a good guy, whatever. And then you have him and the Authority working together, like playing off one another. And then the third movie is where.
But that's the thing, though. You always have Watson as the straight man, never Lestrade. Lestrade is an annoyance to Holmes.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing. Holmes is better than Scotland Yard. He's never going to work with Lestrade pre-will.
No, but that's why it's like then like halfway through the movie, it's just like
no, but you still have to figure out, okay, what's a reason why these two characters are going to be together for the majority of the movie, and you got to make sure the audience buys it, especially your fans of Sherlock Holmes. That's the thing. The moment you do anything to betray the fans, that's when you have problems. Look at us with Uncharted, the movie.
Yeah.
Look at me just said the big rant about Spectre.
Yeah, Uncharted the movie. The biggest problem is that entire movie was just an homage to the.
It should have been called something else. No,
the problem with that is it was an homage to the video game fan.
There he is, Gerard Butler. He's a leading seaman. No, seaman. Don't call him a seaman. Seaman. Really emphasize the man, not the man.
He is. Seaman is pretty manly. It's like 100% manly. It's like the epitome of man is seaman. So It's okay. We're 2 hours and 10 minutes in. Nobody's watching.
I bet you there's at least one person who's watching
There's
it.
probably at least one great aunt watching.
No, I bet you there's one seaman.
Lieutenant Colonel. Oh my God, Lieutenant Colonel came out as Lieutenant, and I didn't get to read his name.
But yeah, that's the thing, though. Yeah. If you betray the fans, that's going to be that. Look at Star Wars; they betrayed the fans, and look what happened.
So there was a post where somebody said they've discussed the next trilogy of Star Wars movies with Daisy Ridley, and it was like one of those rumored things. I'm like, next trilogy of Star Wars, or no, they said the next Star Wars movie. All right, and they said they tried to bring it to 12. And my response was, "Oh, 6 too many." It's like
I heard something interesting. Speaking of that Kathleen Kennedy wasn't all to blame about what happened with the sequel trilogy.
She's the executive producer. She's all to blame.
No. What I heard was this: they had a plan. Like they actually had a plan for all 3 movies. It was going to be it was going to be coherent. It was going to be, it had a proper thing. And when they brought J.J. Abrams in, he said, "Tell you what, throw that out. Let's do something different." And Kathleen went, "Okay."
Well, that's Kathleen's fault then. That's her being a bad executive.
It's Kathleen and J.J. Abrams.
No, but the point is Kathleen, as the executive producer, as the president of Lucasfilms, can go, yeah, no.
no. But here's the thing, though.
We'll get Michael freaking Bay.
No.
J.J. Abrams.
No, but here's the thing. JJ, at the time, remember, JJ was touted to be the next Spielberg. You're not going to, you don't want to miss that
real quick.
I know, but you don't want to, you don't want to miss the next Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
Especially when you have worked with Steven and you can. But then, of course, she, once the ball started rolling, they started making worse and worse decisions.
Oh, Katie Lang performed a song in this movie.
This song right now. This is the Katie Lang song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But that's the thing. You betray your fans. If you betray the fans, you're screwed. And that's why they've got to be very. Amazon's actually being really careful with what they're doing with Bond at the moment.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Go back to the Uncharted thing. You're doing an homage to the fans. So the way that you do the homage to the fans is not what they did, which is combined 3 to 3.5 games worth of information into a single hour-and-a-half story.
See, to me, that movie was more Uncharted 4 than the others.
No, but it's the introduction to Chloe. It's this. There's scenes from every game in that movie. So what I would do is just remake the games into individual movies because there's enough.
You couldn't do 3. You would have to redo 3 because 3 is a mess.
Well, yeah, I guess you could technically just do 1, 2, and 4 as like the opening trilogy type of thing, and then you could just move on.
But see, then the problem becomes, if you're remaking the games, why should I bother watching the movies? I can play the games. No, but
the point is, that's what you do. Or the first Uncharted, well, there's 2 things you could do. This is what I would do. Don't do what they did. You would either have a brand new story and just it's Uncharted, or you would take The Fourth Labyrinth, which is the novel that Christopher Golden wrote, and use that as the source material because it's not visually recognizable.
And you don't cast a dancer to be Nate. You do not cast someone with that much coordination to be Nate.
Yeah, Nate needs to be kind of indie clumsy.
See, you talking about you do the games as a movie. We saw that with Tomb Raider with Alicia Vikander. That's the first game as a movie. And I came out and my parents go, "That was cool." I said, It's the first game from the reboot series. I played the game. I don't need to watch this. I didn't need to see this.
Yeah.
It was done worse.
Unfortunately, so if Drake's Fortune, first Uncharted game for, just anybody that's still listening or watching that doesn't know.
Don't be so pessimistic. Act like everyone is still watching and still listening.
I mean, we're talking about this after 2 hours. I just have to assume the worst. But
you sit through a whole episode of Unsubscribed, don't you?
True. but we're not unsubscribed. Not yet.
You sit through a whole episode. We sit through a whole episodes of what do you call it? Joe Rogan show. They're 3 hours.
Yeah, it's true.
People sit through all those. So yes, people are sitting here watching us. We're that interesting. So don't be pessimistic.
We are that interesting, yes.
Yeah.
And now I'm not entirely sure what I was trying to say. I lost
Uncharted.
Yeah.
I didn't do the movie right.
No.
The problem with the Uncharted. I think you were something like the problem with games like Uncharted. Oh no, you said if Drake's Fortune hadn't. I think you're going to say Drake's Fortune.
If Drake's Fortune, if they just did a modern realized version of an animated movie based on that game, I would go to theaters and see it.
Yeah, me too. No more Gumby Drake.
No, but that's my point. You can use a technically shot-for-shot remake because they've done it recently. Lilo and Stitch is essentially 90%.
I'll give you that. You did the first 3 movies, the first 3 games, like the technology, the cutscenes, everything from Uncharted 4. I'm there.
You know what you could do, and it might work.
I don't want it to be a live action because no one can top Nolan North.
Yeah, I know.
That's the issue.
Yeah, but what you could do is you could do like used to be straight to DVD, but now would be straight to stream, Uncharted trilogy to like revitalize the community. And if anybody from the Unsubscribed podcast is watching, I said community, so I have to take a drink. It's a rule. I started doing it in my videos. But
do you have to drink, or do we both have to drink?
Well, I drink because it's a solo reaction thing. So
no, but I mean like the rules of the thing.
Oh no, the rules are everybody has to drink when someone says community.
Right. Good to know. That way, when we do The World Is Not Enough, I'll make sure I'm drinking something really good.
I'll drinking a very light beer.
No, and I'll make sure I bust out community as much as I can.
Well, you owe me 2, and because you said it before, and you didn't drink because you were mid-explanation. But then what you do is you take a few years, you do these animated movies, and then you come back with this amazing blockbuster live action Nathan Drake after you get the cinema community that might not be super familiar with the games interested. And then you do the big live action reveal. So in this case, they did all three and a half games into one movie while also adding new stuff, while changing stuff, while not including one of the best female co-leads ever in Elena.
And I thought you were talking about Nadine.
No, Chloe. Or not.
So really, what you're trying to say is
they did too much too quick, but no, what I was going to say is, so really, the thing is, don't disappoint your community. Yes. Yeah.
You should not have told me about this.
You know, it would actually be a really cool movie.
What? I can't. Your microphone is blocking.
Cyberpunk.
But see, okay, here's the thing, though.
No, you get Keanu Reeves to be Johnny Silverhand.
But here's the problem, though. Those sort of movies, the cost to do it.
Oh no, you're not listening. It's going to be modern day Cowboy Bebop anime.
See, I wasn't
deep and rich and like vibrant.
I wasn't a fan of Cowboy Bebop.
No, but that's traditional.
But they did that. They already did they did the cyberpunk anime, Edge Runners.
No, I know that, but you do it based on like the game in this case instead.
But see, okay, but then my thing though becomes, okay, why should I watch this when I can play the game?
Because some people don't like to play games.
Then they're missing out. You don't have to.
Yeah.
So but here's the thing: you're not going to please everyone. You're not going to get
People said I missed out by not seeing The Marvels, and that it was a masterpiece with 3 very amazing female actors.
What a load of crap. But no, seriously, you can't get everyone. Not everyone's going to be a fan of your stuff. Not everyone's going to be wanting to be a part of it. So why try to get them? That's the thing. The people who play Cyberpunk, like you love Cyberpunk. I tried to play it. I couldn't get into it. That's the thing. There would be people who go, "Oh, it's an anime. I'm not going to watch it." That's the thing.
Well, yeah, no, that's where you pick the market. So in this case, is it streaming? Is it theatrical?
Well, not even that. Not even that. It's still a case of.
Okay, well, no, it is because of cost.
But the thing,
theatrical is going to cost you an extra $100 million off the top.
But what I'm getting at is this though: delivery method doesn't matter unless you pick the right form. So whether you're going to go live action or live action, like the live action Lion King was live action,
animated live lions,
or you're going to go full anime. Here's the thing though: each one has problems. If you go full anime, you're cutting out a lot of the market because there's going to be a lot of people who aren't going to want to watch it.
True.
If you go full CG, people are going to go, "Oh, this is going to be for kids," and they're going to be. If you're doing Uncharted, it's going to get scary.
Yeah. You know, it's not scary.
What?
James Bond, Tomorrow Never Dies.
I love it. You're quite happy to have a rant. You're quite happy to go on a long rant. The moment I do, you cut me off. I hope you get swallowed by the community. Community.
No, I need to get some water.
Drink what's in your glass. Community. There's 5 communities for you.
What proof?
6 communities, 7 communities, 8 communities, 9 communities.
This is actually higher proof than I thought it was.
There you go.
I was joking.
There's 10 in a row you got to do.
Yeah, let me go get a beer.
No. Drink what you got.
So,
don't disappoint.
Rich and I both love this movie. It's from start to finish. It's just a freaking blast. It's fun.
Yeah, but that's
a fun movie.
The first 3 Pierce movie. Like if you want to introduce someone to Bond, you go first 3 Pierce Brosnan movies.
Yeah. I mean, especially. I mean, obviously it's generational, but even then, it's like. I need to actually introduce these movies to my girls.
That's the thing. When my daughter is old enough, I'm going to show her GoldenEye. I'm going to show her these 3 movies. I'm not going to bother with Casino Royale. I'm not going to bother with Sean Connery. My
8-year-old daughter, Daisy, will literally walk up to me and say, "Daddy, can we do movie night?" I say, "Yeah, sure. What do you want to watch?" She goes, "I want to watch Treasure Hunt."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah, National Treasure. Yeah.
Yeah. But my brain is like, I'm like, oh, National Treasure? Like, and I'll explain the movie. She's like, yeah. I'm like, all right. Like,
see, that's really good. Also, that's really good, but you've also failed as a father. She should not be coming up and asking to watch that. She should be coming up to watch Mummy 99 or Indiana Jones.
Tried. It's just because of the classic era of Mummy 99 is it has too much horror suspense elements in it, and it kind of spooks them.
Okay, so go Indiana Jones.
Okay. I mean, those are just as bad as far as kids are concerned.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are. The melting bodies, ripping
but here's the thing. When I was a kid watching Indiana Jones, when it got to the finale of Raiders, my eyes were covered. So I was only hearing what was happening, which was way worse.
Yeah, because then your imagination takes
I wasn't. I think I was about 14 years old, 14 or 15, when I first saw that for real. So you can do the same thing with her, with Mummy 99. You cover her eyes with scary parts.
Right.
But that was Tomorrow Never Dies. This is Second Draft Cinema. I'll let Matt sit there and ponder life.
Obviously,
ponder his mistakes.
We've had a good time. We've enjoyed ourselves. It's a great movie. Good. And this is why we're doing this, is because Rich and I, if we were in the same living room watching this movie together, we would be talking like this after the fact, through the credits, because it's just conversation, and that's what we like about doing this. That's why.
Also, when we get together, unless it's a movie we've not seen before, we never shut up.
Even like when we both first watched Fountain of Youth together, we didn't shut up because there was so much to talk about. I'm like, oh my God, I got to talk about this now. I'm not going to remember this an hour from now. I got to talk about it now. Oh my God, it's a Vespa. It's like.
So yeah, but this is what we're like, even when we're just hanging out normally, not recording. But as I said, that was Tomorrow Never Dies. I'm Richard. This is Matt. This was Second Draft Cinema.
Yes. And thank you for hanging out with us and watching this movie. And we'll be back next time with
subscribe. Subscribe.
James Bond movie. The World Is Not Enough. We'll see you then. Thanks, guys. Bye. Yeah.
No wave this time. I couldn't help it. We're going.
Hello.
No. Pat the microphone. Pat.